Hello, everyone. How are you doing on this Friday Eve? Long time no chat. This is Tabitha with the Travel Crew, and I am here for a Travel Talk Live, a little special Travel Talk Live. I hope everyone is just having a great Thursday. Summer officially kicked off this week, so I hope that your summer is doing well. As always, as I've mentioned with all of our lives, I love to see that you're in there. So please go ahead and just say a little hello or hi if you're out there. And also, if you're tuning in from our Facebook group, as I've said before, if you make a comment, I can't see who you are. It's just going to say Facebook user. So you will see instructions on how you can register your name. You only have to do it one time. Once you do it, that's it. You never have to do it again. And it will go ahead and give your name so I can see who's talking to me. If not, then all you have to do is just go ahead, when you say something and you're in a Facebook group watching, just go ahead and put say who it is. It's just so I know. And if you don't, if you want to remain anonymous, that's perfectly fine. So just to start off, I am Tabitha, as I said, owner of the Travel Crew, where we create phenomenal experiences for phenomenal people. You may be tuning in from our Facebook group, as I mentioned, but also you can catch us on our Facebook business page, The Travel Crew, or on our YouTube channel at The Travel Crew. So I do see some people coming in. Like I said, love to see comments. Oh, we got one already. Facebook user says hello. So I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. And like I said, if you're tuning in from the Facebook group, you can go ahead and either register your name so that I can see who's talking, or just simply let me know. So not gonna hold you up too much. It's summer. How is your summer going, y'all? It seems like summer is passing by so fast because we're about to hit July. And I don't know. It seems like we blinked and we just rang in the new year. But anyway, let me know if you have some summer travels on board. I am actually headed to ATL tomorrow for a family gathering. So it seems like I've been kind of ripping and running, around Paris, but making little trips. Like 2 weeks ago, I was in Dallas. Before that was Paris. Before that was Philly. So I'm just kind of, running around and stuff where I'm really trying to go. And I need to do that soon. And if you've been to Vegas and see Usher's show, I want to know, because I'm just curious. Anybody I've talked to so far says the show has been worth it. And I was like, I need to get to Vegas soon before this show is over and done with. So that's something I would like to try to sneak away somehow and go see Usher's residency show in Vegas. So that's something on my mind. But other than that, it just seems like a little trip. So yeah, leaving for Atlanta tomorrow and then actually going back to Atlanta after that. So if you have your summer plans, let me know what they are. I hope that you can hear me okay. If anybody wouldn't mind just giving me a yes or a number one to let me know that you're hearing me okay. We haven't done this in a while with the Facebook Lives, but I'm glad to be back. All right, more and more people coming in. Love it. Love it. And to those that are tuning in, like I said, I'm Tabitha Washington, owner of the Travel Crew, where we create phenomenal experiences for phenomenal people. Thank you to my Facebook user that told me yes, they can hear me. So let's get started. Okay, so from May 19th through May 26th, if you didn't know, the Travel Crew was in Paris, y'all. And I'm going to say I was shocked how much I like Paris. And if you got a question that you want to ask me about Paris and what we experienced, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'll answer it. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a little recap. It was a great experience with a great group of people. We had some people that have traveled with us before on our trip, which I love to see, because I feel the people that come on our trips are just a good group of people. You know what I'm saying? People aren't caught up in themselves. They just want to see the world. They want to travel more, and they real chill and everything. And I love that. And then we have people who had never traveled with us before, and they enjoyed the experience. We even had two people, and I always tell you guys about this. You don't have to come with friends. We had two people that came totally solo. One person knew absolutely not one soul on that trip, but when she left, she had a new bunch of friends. And shout out to her. She came from Houston. She saw what it was. She had been watching some of the live videos, and she thought this is going to be a good group of people to travel with. And she did. Everybody was welcoming of her, and she loves it. So, and in fact, I even got a testimonial. I'm gonna have to share that, later on. Through social media, just so you can hear her words. So that's why I keep telling y'all, if you don't have anybody to travel with, or your friends don't want to get go traveling with you, no problem. We got a new set of friends that you can be with. So that's what we're all about. So I'm gonna go ahead and recap. And like I said, if you got some questions along the way about Paris, and even later on, I'll answer other questions. Go ahead and put it in the comment section, and I'll answer them for you. So like I said, I enjoyed Paris more than I thought I would. Not that I was against it, but I've always, when I thought of Europe, I was thinking that I would like England more, and I like England. But Paris was, I was surprised how much I liked Paris. Probably the only thing I had, and I have my Paris shirt, if y'all can't see. Probably the only negative that I have about Paris is I think I'm allergic to Paris because my allergies were kicking my butt. I didn't have any sprays with me. Trying to think that I bring any allergy medication. Like my eye was watering and all of that. So I am allergic to Paris. Um, I guess it's the grass because I have recently had allergy tests, and there's a lot of different grasses I'm allergic to, and so I guess they all exist in Paris because it tore me up. So that's something. If you have problems with allergies and you visit in Paris in the spring, beware. Come with something to prepare yourself. So that's probably the one negative thing. So we leave from New Orleans. We fly from New Orleans to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Paris. The flight wasn't that bad. I did not sleep that much, but it was okay. Whatever. Um, we get to Paris, and the hotel, we get to Paris early in the morning, and the hotel room was not ready, which it happens sometimes when you arrive in the morning. And what we did ended up doing, which I have said on these videos, I've said in social media before, we ended up doing a hop on hop off. And I've told y'all that before. If you want a good way to get around a destination and just see what's out there, go ahead and catch a hop on, hop off. And that's what we did because our hotel was kind of in a mix of everything. It was near the Champs-Élysées, which is a major strip in Paris. So we were within walking distance of that. And being that we were in such uh, a highly populated area, then, the hop on, hop off bus stops were there. And that was pretty cool because you just went around Paris. Now, I'm not going to lie, we were so we were so dead tired that a lot of us, I don't think anybody stayed awake that entire time because we just got on the bus and we're like, it's a way to waste time and that we could sit down. And that's what we did. And we all fell asleep. But that had nothing to do with the quality of the tour. It was all just because of the time change and being, tired and all that stuff. So that's what we did. But I still highly recommend it for everybody. I tell everybody this: if you go into a destination, do not bypass a hop on hop off tour if you can. It is a great way to get around and just see what's out there. So highly recommend it. That same evening we had a welcome dinner. Nice, exposure to French cuisine. The cuisine, I'm gonna say this. I'm not the biggest fan of French food. I'm not against it. I'm just not the biggest fan. People that live in New Orleans, French food is nothing like New Orleans food. And not that I expected it to be like that. Please don't think I went in there. It's just I'm trying to give everybody an idea. Expect much smaller portions. Like in fact, at this one place, I ordered a dessert and it was multi-layer with like cake and mousse and cake and mousse. And I was saying this thing may have hit like 7 layers. But even with all the layers, it was probably the equivalent of one of our layers of cake, which I thought was funny. So everything is a proper portion and everything. It's all good, but that's just something to get used to. They love wine. Um, They love wine and they love bread. They have this one little mix that right now I'm drawing a blank. I want to say it's called a port that they serve like with appetizers, and it has like wine and juice and so it was pretty good. Um, so that was something. So big thing. If you're not a wine drinker, and that's fine. We had somebody on the trip that doesn't drink alcohol. You're not gonna feel left out. They drink I think they drink Coke. That was their thing. But wine is really big. So with every meal we were offered wine. So we had a welcome dinner. The next day we did our tour, kind of like, just a general Paris tour where we went to the Louvre, went through that, and coming back from the Louvre, then we did the Eiffel Tower. So what was so awesome about the Eiffel Tower is that we had lunch on the Eiffel Tower, right? And so the view was beautiful and everything. Um, I really enjoyed it. It's a very nice view. So it is iconic. If you didn't know, there's two restaurants that you can book at the Eiffel Tower. And we were at Madame, oh gosh, I forgot her name. Madame Brucerie, something like that. There's two. One is named after that book, 20 Leagues Under the Sea, Jules, whatever his name is. One is that name, the other one is Madame. I'm gonna call her, it's not Broussard, but that's what's popping up in my head. Sorry, guys, I don't know the name off the top of my head. But anyway, there's two restaurants at the Eiffel Tower that you can schedule and have lunch or dinner. And so that's what we did. We had lunch in the Eiffel Tower. So that was kind of iconic. And it was also good because it was my birthday. So I spent my birthday at the Eiffel Tower. So I was happy about that. That was a good thing. Now, the next day, one of the highlights that I have to say is let me go ahead and share this picture. All right, if you can see that, that's some of us in front of. You can see the sign that says Josephine Baker, and that's like in honor of her, Josephine Baker Place. And many of you have heard of Josephine Baker, very popular Black American performer. I want to call it because she did singing, acting, dancing, really known for that banana skirt outfit or whatever. Um, Josephine Baker, who left the US and moved to Paris and became a real big icon in Paris. And the reason why we're here is because this was part of the Black Paris tour. And I know I've mentioned that before. So the lady in the front with the diva pose with the scarf, that is Ricky Stevenson. And she is the owner and curator of the original Black Paris tour. Now, let me tell you guys, there are more than one Black Paris tour. So if you're doing your own Paris trip and you're going out there, be cautious. Okay, she's got the original one. And the reason why I'm saying be cautious is because the other people that are doing the Black Paris tour aren't necessarily Black. So I'm not saying you can't do it, but that's what's going on. So they are copying her format. She was the original. She's had it out forever. Ricky is actually originally from Oakland, California, and it was always one of her mother's dreams to live in Paris. And she did spend some time in Paris, and she decided that she was going to fulfill her mother's dreams and just like live there. And so she divides her time between California and Paris, with most of it being in Paris. And her daughter assists her with that. Like her daughter found out she went to school in Paris. She's very, very, very fluent in French. And Ricky, as she says she gets by, but I thought she did pretty well. So we had Paris from the Black perspective, which was really, really cool. Just seeing how it ties into our history with Black American history, just with some of our greats that went to Paris, during civil rights times and stuff, just hearing about like Langston Hughes over there, things like that, that you didn't even realize. And really iconic people from the civil rights movement, partnering with people in Paris. It was very informative, and I really enjoyed that tour. Those who know that travel with me, if I can work in an aspect of the diaspora into the tours, I do. And so this was something that I did, greatly appreciated it. We visited one of a designer. We went to this area of Paris called Little Africa, and we ate. Oh man, the food was good. So we ate in Little Africa, and we visited a boutique of a designer that designed for Beyonce. And so that was pretty good. So some people shopped in her boutique. So just seeing that, experiencing that, it was a dope experience. I really enjoyed it. So like I said, if you're gonna do Paris on your own, please put the Black Paris tour on your itinerary and make sure it's the Ricky Stevenson Black Paris tour. She's the original. I don't think anybody can do it like her. Um, and you don't have to have a group like I did. We had our own private group with private coach and everything. It's just one of the perks of when you come with the Travel Crew. She does do open groups where anybody can join. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So it was nice just walking around, seeing the area and everything. So Black Paris tour, go ahead and check that. Let's get into this. Okay, so some other things to note while we're talking about that with the Black Paris tour. Wanted to say Paris, and I'm still get into the rest of the trip. There's a lot of walking in Paris, so I need you to be prepared for that. It is a pedestrian based city. There are cars, don't get me wrong. There's public transportation, there's a subway system. I thought the subway system was pretty easy, which is a good thing because I don't usually like subways. I don't know, me and sense of direction, I just get thrown off sometimes, but I caught the subway fine. Actually caught the subway to Disneyland Paris, and that's what I did on my free day. Which, and some of us did that. We had a free day after our Black Paris tour, and people, some people went shopping, some people chill, some people got different foods, whatever. But one of the things I did is I went to Disneyland Paris. Now, if you are a Disney freak, by all means go. If I kind of used to be a Disney freak, but not as much, as much. Um, it's not the same. If you're used to Disney World in Florida, you're not going to get the same experience. I think in the US, they try to make it seem like you're in a different world and stuff. Whereas in Paris, it came across more just like an amusement park. Now, the rides are probably more intense than what you're going to get in Florida. So if you like those, I know a lot of people when they go to Florida, they say they go to Disney World for the atmosphere and ambiance, and then they do Universal for like the more thrill rides. I will say you're gonna find more of those thrill rides at Disneyland Paris. I wasn't expecting that, but it doesn't have the same feel. Like on the outside when we were coming in, I was like, oh, it's Belle's Castle. It look, all pretty and stuff. But when I say it's not the same, like there's no characters walking around. I'm not used to that. I'm used to characters and the music and all that stuff. So it's a different type of vibe. I'm not saying don't go to it. If you got some time, by all means go. And if you're a Disney enthusiast who wants to check it off of their bucket list, by all means go. I'm just letting you know if you go, it's not going to be the Florida experience. Just know that. But I did do Disneyland Paris, caught the subway or metro, whatever you want to call it. And when I say it's a straight shot, when you get on it, I believe it's the red line. Um, you it ends at Disney, like the stop ends, you get off the train, go up the escalator, and voila, you you exit out into the line for Disney. They have the Disneyland Paris, like the I guess they call it Magic Kingdom, whatever, that part. And then they have the studios, like it's not MGM Studios anymore, whatever they call it, Hollywood Studios or whatever, like that kind of thing. We only did the theme, the Magic Kingdom Park kind of thing. But it was an experience. Other people went shopping because, like I said, on the Champs-Élysées, it's a major strip with restaurants and stores, and like we talking like Louis Vuitton and Dior. Wait, but they told us to pronounce it Dior. Um, Chanel, all that kind of stuff. And it's all along the strip. That stuff is expensive. There was a line every day around the corner at the Louis Vuitton store, but it wasn't like any mega sale. It's just people trying to get in there. I want to say, along with the walking, it's very, very common to find people in tennis shoes. Now that was something else. People always tell you, "Oh, in Paris, everybody's all dressed up." They're cute. Don't get me wrong. The style was the what you're seeing in here now is the wide. People going back to the wide leg pants. A lot of high waisted pants. Mom jeans and stuff with the wide legs. A lot of blazers. I know we're not kicking that in New Orleans so much because it's just hot. But a lot of the loose blazers and stuff. But the shoes were all tennis. A lot of the what is it, the dunks, the Nike dunks. Saw a lot of the Adidas, the tortoiseshell, and just different ones, different tennis shoes. But you would, if you're thinking like I gotta come in here like stiletto down, you don't. You could really just rock your outfit in some tennis shoes. So I thought that was an interesting thing to note. The only people you really saw in heels were people going to going to a function or going out for the night. And you knew that by the clothes that they had on that they were going somewhere. So that's just something interesting to note if you go into Paris. I thought that was kind of cool. The weather is very springy where it's cool in the morning and then warms up as the evening goes, but pretty decent weather. So people spent their free days different ways like that. The next day, we came back with a tour and we did the fashion tour. So the fashion tour is when we learned about the history of some of the top designers. We actually went into the Louis Vuitton store slash museum. So that was kind of cool. So you just see like the history of Louis Vuitton and all their purses and items and stuff like that. And it was pretty cool to get that. So we had a nice fashion tour. And after that, we went down the later on that evening, this I'm about to pronounce it so wrong. The Seine River, but I want to say Seine. Anyway, the big river in Paris. I'm sorry. I probably should have prepared better for that. Anyway, that was a cool tour. So we had a nice dinner cruise. It had music, beautiful view. And just going down the river as we're eating, the great French cuisine. At this particular thing, I ate snails, y'all. I did it. I ate escargot. I'm always telling y'all, come on, let's try something. But I am going to do a confession after this. I'm always telling y'all, let's try something new. So I'm like, everybody talks about snails. So I ate it. It was a snail tart. It wasn't that bad. I don't need to have snails again, but I tried it. And so I get an A for effort that I attempted at, and I tried it. Y'all kind of quiet. Either I'm captivating or y'all can't hear me. Give me a number one if y'all can still hear me, and I'll continue with the story. But yes, Valerie, thank you. That is how you spell it. I just can't remember if I'm pronouncing it because I was saying like the Seine River, but then I think somebody told me it's the same river. But we're gonna go with that. But thank you everyone for the one. So I know you can hear me. Y'all just been so quiet. I thought people would have tripped out because I ate snails. But anyway, I ate them. They were in a tart, like a puff pastry tart with a savory sauce. So I don't want you thinking they did it like a dessert, but it was a tart, and I did that. And this is the view we had. Hopefully it goes. I meant to mute it, but oh no. So this is a view, one of the views when we started the cruise, it was daylight, and by the time you end it, it's dark. And this was us getting towards the end. And some of you all may know this, that the Eiffel Tower lights up. They do like a little light show, and I'll probably put videos of that in the group and on social media of just a light show that's going on and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So you exit off of the cruise, and then bam, there's the Eiffel Tower all lit up in lights and doing this little light show and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So that was a really good experience. That was one of my favorite experiences on the trip. Um, Another thing that we did, which I know I warned people about that were interested in the Paris trip, but I wanted everybody to know we did a cabaret show. So if you're wondering what a cabaret show, I would compare it to a traditional Vegas show, kind of, sort of, but not quite. And by that, I'm just to put it bluntly, there is nudity, topless nudity, not just full nudity, but just so you know. So it's very common. It wasn't like a risque, it's not like a strip club, but it was the dancing and the singing and everything. And it was but some of the dancers at some points were topless, but it was a pretty good show. That is how we closed it out, with a cabaret show and everything. And then we wrapped it up and came home. So I think I hit some of the major highlights that we did. We had the river cruise, dinner cruise, lunch at the Eiffel Tower, the Black Paris tour, the fashion tour, where we got to just hear so much about the fashion. This is Coco Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Karl Lagerfeld, just the American designers that have trained in Paris, and just how the fashion has, come through. And by the way, did y'all know Louis Vuitton, the whole thing started with luggage? It was coming up with trunks, durable trunks that would make the trek to, like from Europe to the US and stuff. And this man, um, it wasn't even, his name's not even Louis Vuitton, but anyway, because he adjusted the name. But anyway, I digress. That's what it started out as. Everybody had to have the Louis Vuitton trunk, and then it just escalated to the bags and everything like that. So that's how Louis Vuitton started. We had the Christian Louboutin, the red bottom shoes. We passed by his store. And I'm saying we passed by because my budget wasn't ready to buy that, but it was fun to pass by it. So just having those experiences. People, we did find a mall. There were different malls. They still have malls, and with stores and stuff to shop in. So that was kind of a good experience. As far as the food, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it wasn't worse. It wasn't the worst. Everybody loved the macaroons. And some people call them macarons. I know some people try to distinguish between the French macaroon and the US macaroon by calling the French one a macaron, but whatever you want to call it, the little pastries that you see them in those different colors and everything, they sell them everywhere. And if you didn't know, you actually have to go to you go to pastry school to learn to make those, but it's like a separate curriculum to learn how to make them. And they're everywhere. They're really, really good. And you'll find y'all, when I say they're everywhere, they even have them in McDonald's. So you may be like, how in the world does she know about McDonald's? Because sometimes I just got tired of trying to figure out what to eat. And I went into McDonald's because there was one close to our hotel on the Champs-Élysées. Yeah, I've never been into a McDonald's like this. And let me tell you why. All right, so you walk in and you can order on screen, which I know there are a bunch of McDonald's that you order on screen now. You don't have to go to the counter, but you can go to the counter. But they had a cafe with like a barista with coffee drinks and stuff, and then they were selling the macaroons. If you did place your order to the counter, or even if you just needed, you could place your order on the screen and still go pay at the counter if you wanted to pay cash. Um, it was a different vibe because the people working the counter looked like what we would call a hostess, like they had on little black dresses and stuff, very defined and very, it was a different type of look. And so they were very dressed up to take your order. And then, you could pick up your order. It was very orderly and stuff. But what was the trip part is, so you could walk out, right, with your bag. But if you wanted to eat, you walked out and crossed the sidewalk, not a major walk, just really like a hop step. And there's a hostess waiting at this covered patio area to seat you like it's a restaurant. So McDonald's is a lot more upscale than what we have. So I thought that was tripped out. It was funny to me. Food pretty much the same, but I just thought that was interesting. They may have a few different things, but I was like, all right, we got a hostess to seat you for a McDonald's, but that's interesting. But if you're picky about food, you'll find something, and not even with McDonald's, because some of the restaurants they try to appeal to different palates and stuff. But we did eat at traditional French restaurants. I don't have a problem with it because I tried something new and I tried snails. Also, English. I know people worry. I was worried because I didn't study. I had a plan to like really, really, really immerse myself in French so I could be a lot more comfortable. And I didn't. That was on me. And before the trip, I'm trying to learn the basic phrases to communicate, to ask you. And what I found myself asking, which I usually don't do as much on trips, but I asked parlez-vous anglais um, constantly asking, do you speak English? Um, and most people did. The only person I encountered maybe one or two people that didn't. And then, I tried my best. So I would urge you to go ahead and get your key French phrases, hello, how you doing? If you have to ask, do you speak English? How much? Thank you, hello, goodbye, where's the restroom. Also, always, 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 even if you don't master the language, always learn how to say um hello, bonjour, and then in the afternoon or in the evening it's bonsoir. Learn that goes a long way. But people speak English way more than you get the impression. You have to think, English is so widely spoken, and England is so close to France. So of course they have lots of English people coming over, So I don't think you'll have to panic that much as far as that, but it goes a long way to learn some French phrases. Also, they got the stereotype. We're gonna talk about two stereotypes that I've heard about France. One, I've heard that France is racist. I'm not going to say they're not. I'm just going to say I didn't experience it. Okay. I didn't come across anything that I could associate with me being a Black person in Paris. I also, people had warned me that there would be fat shaming and stuff, and that Paris is all about super skinny, thin people. Compared to the US, there are thinner people, but I saw some thick people, and I didn't feel, I know I'm a thick woman. I didn't feel I didn't feel any shame or ridicule or anything like that. And so I guess I make that three stereotypes. The other one, the major one that I know we all have heard, is that French people are so rude. Let me say this again, my experience in that whole week that I was in Paris, I came across one rude French person, and they were rude to everybody. And if you were with me in Paris, you know who I'm talking about. It was a chick that was working at the Louvre Museum, and she was just nasty, just downright nasty. It wasn't a Black thing. She was just nasty to everybody. And she is probably the only rude person I encountered in Paris. So those were stereotypes that I've heard. I just didn't experience them. I'm not trying to take away from anybody else's experience. I'm just saying for me, I did not come across a bunch of rude French people, just one. I did not feel discriminated against because I was Black, and I did not feel fat shamed. So that's just something to keep in mind. If those are things that have been hindering you from wanting to experience Parisian culture, that was my experience. You know what? I did forget one more place that we went to. We went to Versailles. That's spelled Versalles. You probably have heard that. Versailles is where the King of France used to reside. It's this real huge palace and gardens and stuff. Is gorgeous. It's all about extravagance and luxury. And it's to those in the group, well, you may not have seen it, but I know one of the people that went on the trip posted that all their friends would now have to greet them in the morning because they had a separate room that people the French people could come and greet the queen to tell her good morning. And then they could tell her good night. It was crazy. But anyway, it's just luxury. It's a lot of beautiful art. If you do the Louvre, of course, you got the Mona Lisa, you got Venus de Milo, but what you don't know is there's an African art collection there also. So ask for that. And that's beautiful too. So we're there. So go ahead and check out the African art collection at the Louvre. You're gonna see lots of just a lot of luxury and grandeur, I guess, if you want to say that. Lots of exquisite things, very, very, very beautiful. Somebody on the trip said it reminded them a lot of Rome. And I have to say, in some sense, like going in Versailles, I did have feelings of being like at the Vatican with all the gold trim and stuff like that, but very beautiful to behold. Keep looking out in the group. I'll be posting pictures and stuff like that. So, all in all, it was a great trip. If you didn't make it, I'm so sorry for you. I don't know why y'all keep dragging your feet on this. I know some people said they found out too late. I've said it before. If you want to make sure that you always get our find out what we're doing, then this is the site you need to go to. That link right there is at the bottom of the screen, and go ahead and sign up to be on our email list, because people on our email list, this is a sure way that you're always going to hear about the trips, because it's going to be in your email box. You don't have to worry about if it popped up on your feed with social media, and maybe sometimes you forget to just go to the website. This is a way to do it, and because we're always going to keep you alerted, and people on the email list always get first notification. So please do that. I'm gonna go ahead. I see you guys are still there. If you have questions about Paris, put them in there. And if you have questions about other stuff, go ahead. I know we haven't come together live in a while. But that was a trip to Paris. I enjoyed it. I've been getting feedback from the people that went, they enjoyed it. And I love it when people go on the trips and then they're ready for the next one. And that's awesome to me, because that means I did something well. I wanted to let you guys know that I am thinking about you. I know everybody has been like, when's the next one? When's the next one? So this is what we have going on already. Some of you may have heard, some of you may not, but we're going to put it out there. Let's see. We unfortunately we will not be doing St. Lucia. That trip has been canceled. I know some people are highly disappointed, and I totally understand. But we will not be going to St. Lucia next year. What we are going is to Dubai. Yes, you can still make it to the trip this year. If you didn't know, we're headed to Dubai for New Year's Eve. I know recently I've been getting a lot of inquiries and calls. Go ahead and book the trip, y'all. Don't delay. We have payment plans going on, so you can book, put a deposit down, and pay it up. We're headed out December 27th of this year. We're going to ring in the New Year in Dubai. Who else is ringing in the New Year in Dubai? Come on now. Is if you don't know, our trips, there's always a host on site. I am the planned host for this trip. So there's always a travel crew host on site. We have English speaking guides, which isn't a problem because English is widely spoken in Dubai. We have our itinerary planned out. We have a party planned out. We got an all white yacht party. Y'all, we do we do it up on our trips, and everything is planned out. Our trips are planned so you can just book, pack, go. You don't have to put much thought into it. We're taking care of all of that. You got a great group of people to be around and stuff. So this is thing I'm looking forward to. I've been to Dubai before, and I love Dubai, and I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to Dubai around New Year's, so this will be my first time experiencing New Year's in Dubai. But I heard it's fabulous. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the fireworks and everything. You need to come, just so you know, you need to come pretty or dazzly or sparkly for New Year's Eve. They do get dressed up and stuff. So go ahead and get your little sequence dress, cocktail dress, something ready and everything. Be ready to dress up. So if you want to go on Dubai, and I know you do, you need to go ahead and go to that link right there that I'm showing on the screen. That is coming up in this year. So you think about it, y'all have 6 months, 6 months to roll out. So come on, go ahead and get on that. Now, that's the last trip of 2023. We've already started our trips for 2024. So what we have going on right now is Alaska cruise. Now, some of you who've been following the Travel Crew for a while may know that this trip was originally scheduled for 2020. But we got affected by COVID. The cruise got canceled and everything. COVID shut down a lot of travel. So this is the trip. I reached out to everybody that have booked this trip. If or I tried to reach everybody. Maybe communications got lost. So if you were on this trip originally and you didn't know, we're redoing it to an extent. We have kind of upgraded a few things. We're going to be on Norwegian, leaving out of Seattle. Balcony. This is a fully packed package because we're leaving out of Seattle. So this package is going to include your pre-cruise stay because I'm making sure all of y'all are in Seattle in time to catch that boat. There is no flying in the day of the trip. We're getting you there the day before. And these dates are June 7th through the 15th of 2024. So you got your pre-cruise hotel stay already worked in. You got a balcony cabinet because why go on an Alaska cruise if you can't see the scenery? That's one of the best things about it. So balcony cabin, we have Wi-Fi included. There's also that drink package that's in there too. So that unlimited drink package, we worked it out. Your tips and gratuities are in there, taxes. You don't have to do anything for this trip besides just, as I said, book, pack, go. You do need to get your flight to Seattle and back, but after that, it's pretty much smooth sailing, pun intended, on that. So this is going to be a good one. We got a lot of people that have already started booking this one. So go ahead. If you haven't booked it now and it's been on your mind. I know a lot of y'all keep telling me, oh, I keep forgetting the book, and then it slips away from you. So you need to go ahead and book it because once it's full, it's full. We got payment plans going on. Go ahead and book and make your payment plan. So this is going to be a good one. This is for next June of 2024. What we're also working on, and I've already seen some of you because now I see who goes to the website because it's already on the website, and some of you have already expressed your interest in it. We're working on 2 trips for 2024. One is Jamaica. So we're working on an all-inclusive resort trip to Jamaica, Montego Bay, just to kind of like a repeat of the summer escape that we did in Los Cabos, where it's just, this is the vibe here is to relax. It's not to go, not to say that we can't go on excursions and stuff like this, but this is the vibe to indulge and relax and just get away and vibe out in Jamaica. So that is on the scene. If you go to the website, you will see that it's so let me give you the website. If you go to that link right there, you'll see coming soon Jamaica, and you click there, you can make sure you supply your information so that you're informed. You keep getting informed of everything that's going on with Jamaica and when it's released so that you'll be first to know. So some of you I've started seeing the submission. Some of you have already started doing it. That's the thing to do. Let your friends know that it's coming up and get ready because we're trying to get all that get the best rooms for you, get the best rates and everything. We're trying to get that secure. So that is what's coming up is Jamaica. We're doing that for next year. And the other one that we're working on is, I heard it, y'all said it, is you wanted Italy. And that's the next one we're working on. I know there's some others y'all been saying, but I've heard Jamaica, I've heard Italy. So working on the Italy trip. Right now, it's looking like most likely it's going to be Rome and Tuscany area. Um, More details to come with that, but be on the lookout. And then again, if you go to that website, there is a link to click for the Italy trip, and then you can get on the list to be the first to receive information. So we got some exciting things. We're trying to go ahead and get this going for 2024 because believe it or not, I'm trying to get 2025 up and running. So feel free. You can even put it in the comment section now where you want to go in the groups and on the pages. Let me know. You can send me an email. I know my South Africa people, I know it already. Y'all have missed this trip twice, and y'all have told me, and y'all swear y'all are coming on the next one. So don't worry. South Africa is in the works. It's going to be coming in again. So this will be our third tour to South Africa, and it's all good. It's always a good thing. So South Africa is coming, but right now on the immediate horizon is Jamaica and Italy. So we got Alaska, we have Dubai, and then Jamaica and Italy is coming up. So, make sure that you're on the email list. Get in our Facebook group. Tell your friends. Get them and invite them to the Facebook group. Tell them to get on the list and stuff. This is how you do it. If you want to go, start working your friends now. Start getting their mind ready and stuff. So when the trip is released, is ready to drop because these are great experiences. We're not just doing a simple trip. We're doing a whole experience with a whole group of great travelers and stuff. Great travelers with a lot of melanin in their skin. But it's a whole vibe, and I love it. I see that we're growing. I appreciate it. I want us all to get out there and just see the world. And this is what it's for. You don't have to worry about who's going to come with you because we got this great group of friends. You're gonna have new travel friends after that. You don't even have to worry about that. We got you. You don't have to worry about you don't know where to go and all that. All that's planned out. It's gonna be a great experience and stuff. You'll love it. So that's really all I have to say. I don't see any questions about Paris, so I guess I explained it pretty well. I don't see any more questions. I appreciate everyone that was making comments throughout this. Greatly appreciate that. If you have any questions, go ahead and you can always email us and info at thetravelcrew.com and we can get back to you. This is, and like I said, you can always put something in a Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, let me get you in there. Oh, actually, I don't even have it there. Oh, sorry. I thought I had the link to show, but facebook.com/groups/ the travel crew. You can just search the travel crew. The name of the group is called the Travel Crew Travel Talk, and you'll find it there if you're not already in the group. See two comments coming in. Valerie says Ghana. I have had people. Actually, you're only the second person that's mentioned Ghana. So maybe you need to get some more friends. I'm not saying that Ghana isn't one of them. I'm just saying I have had somebody else that's mentioned Ghana as an option, and I can put that on the list. But I will say I've had a little bit more demand for South Africa again. But I'm not saying Ghana can't be. I mean, there's so much of Africa to see. Why not try to see it all? So thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. And somebody said they appreciate all the great information. I appreciate you all supporting me. I know I had to move from doing this every week. I couldn't keep that up, but what I'm going to try to do, I want to try to come to you once a month. Not to leave you hanging and everything. To keep in touch with everybody, keep giving you information, and this information lives on because it's going to remain in the Facebook group. It's going to remain on I don't know if it remains on the business page. It may or may not, but it definitely lives on YouTube also. So these videos will be on YouTube, so you can see them there. You can always go to the YouTube channel, and we love getting followers on our YouTube channel. So if you can go ahead and do that. Follow us on YouTube. Help us grow. Why not? I appreciate the group is growing too. So let me see. Oh, my girl, Andrea. Hey, girl, Andrea. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Valerie, yes, yes. It's so true. So much of it to see. And is this just asking? I just see Valerie. Yes, is this Valerie that's been on one of our trips before? If so, hey girl. If not, hey girl to you too. You can just come on one of our future trips. So looking forward to that. So again, oh no, this is not the same Valerie. Well, you know what, Valerie? This is my personal invitation to please join us on one of our trips. We'd love to see you. Okay. Um, Love to see you on a trip. So Valerie says she's new. All right, Valerie, you're new. Great. This is great. So get on our list, keep tuning in. Make sure you're in a Facebook group and stuff, and be on the lookout and stuff. Look at what we have going on, and then join in. So everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in for this long time because I talked a lot about Paris. I guess I had a lot to talk about because I haven't seen y'all in a while. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and, like I said, drop us an email. Anything you have some questions, go ahead to the website and get on that list if you're interested in Italy and Jamaica. And just keep staying tuned. Stay safe this summer. Somebody said the Maldives. Woo! Now that's a good one. That's a good one. The Maldives has to be attached to Dubai. That's now I have had that asked too. All right. That's a good challenge. I like these challenges. I do like putting together itineraries, so I like that. Whoever that is in the group, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so please stay safe this summer. I don't know where you're living, but if you are in Southeast United States, it is hot, and these heat indexes are crazy. So I need you to be safe. I need you to stay hydrated. I need you to stay with your sun protection on, get your sunscreen, sunblock, because as I said, black don't crack, but it will burn. So go ahead. You need to protect all your melanin, your beautiful melanin and everything, y'all. So please stay protected. I'm glad I'm saying this because I have this family gathering as a cookout, and I'm like, I need to come in with like a hat or something to protect myself. So please stay protected. If you're traveling, yes, ATL, Valerie. You're in ATL. That's where I'm heading tomorrow. Stay protected, stay hydrated, stay safe, but stay traveling, most definitely. All right, guys. So I am going to see you next month. I went ahead and made the commitment. So now I got to do it. I got to see y'all next month. Until then, be safe. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.